What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, guys? It's your boy Tay, and today I want to talk to you about jobs for felons. Yes, this video is going to be uniquely for pretty much people who have a bad background. If you have a felon record, ex-convict, you know, etc., etc. Maybe you've done a little bit of time in jail and you have a record and you're scared to put on your application that I am a convict. We know it is hard for convicts to get jobs, or so it seems, or so the story may go. But have no fear, do not fret. I am here to tell you about how you can find these jobs for felons. Nice, quick, simple video, and welcome to the channel. For the record, my name is Dante. I did a little bit of prison time before. I did 10 years. That was my sentence, actually 10 years, 85. I ended up doing like around 8 years and 11 months. I do have a story that you can go check out at your leisure if you want to. I will leave a link to that video at the end of this video or in the description box below. But this video, I want to really focus on like people who are coming home from prison. They are looking for certain jobs, but you want a job that's actually going to make you money, not to get a job just to get a job. I've held almost every job under the sun, even before going to prison. When I came home from prison, it was the same thing. You're looking for those jobs, anybody who's just going to hire you. So there's so many of us in the world who have so many strikes against us, we just don't know where to go. So I'm here to let you know that I got you. I have a little bit of advice, some jobs that you might want to check out or look into to make some money. And I will say I am coming off as a little bit biased because I do all of these jobs that I'm talking about or have done. Let me say that as well. So one of the first jobs I can say when you come home from prison that you should want to get into, looking into, is probably like the trucking industry. When we're talking about like making a lot of money riding on the road 24/7 and all that good stuff, yeah, it can get tiring. But if you get your CDL license, that's like one of the best jobs for ex-convicts. We know convicts out there making over $100,000 a year by getting their CDLs and then end up working for themselves in the long run. Everybody don't want to go get their CDLs, but that is a top job for convicts to be able to go get fairly easily because a lot of people are hiring truck drivers. But that's just a simple job that you can get easily with a bad background. But don't want you to focus on that job because you'll be in a truck all day, every day. But that is a job. Once I lay out these other two jobs, if you don't want to do, that's just like the backup plan, the backup plan. So another job that I want to talk about is actually the service industry. And that's going to kind of shock you. Being a felon with a bad record, working around people, serving people, yeah, actually, it's a good job. When I came home, I did the typical thing, got a job at the restaurant like most felons do. Being a cook, we're only making like $10 an hour, 12 if you're lucky, 15 if you're in a good state. And let's be real, a lot of felons were not making that, or they weren't making that initially coming home from prison. But as a server, you have to think most servers are making $2.13 plus tips, because that is the key that I want you to really focus on, the tips. $2.13 an hour. Your checks are, you might not even get a check sometimes, to be honest, if you make enough money. But there are going to be times your check's only $40, but you're walking out with cash money every single night for the most part when you're a server. When I came home, I was a cook and I just saw how servers was making money. They were getting tips on a regular basis, and I started doing it at a buffet at first. And I was making a killing, guys. In 4 hours, because most serving shifts are between 4 and 5 hours, I was making $130 a shift. So you got to think, $100 and something a shift, that's roughly anywhere between $16 and $20 something per hour that I was making as a server. Hands down, people can get on your nerves, and all restaurants are not created equal. I will let you know that immediately. There are some restaurants out there, you might not make that much money, but there are restaurants where servers, they make a killing. I'm telling you. So just go look into that. Don't be afraid to ask somebody what do they want to order, because that is a high paying job. In retrospect, I came home in 2016. My serving job that I got at the Cheesecake Factory, in a 6-month period between the time that they opened up in July and the time our tax returns came out, I made 40 grand. And that's in tips that you have to claim. So just think about it like that. You can make around 40 grand just in serving. And then The time is a convenient thing. Like, you have more time on your hands when you're a server, or you can just put in all the hours and just make like $200 something a day. That's just another simple job. But the main job that I really wanted to focus on, I really wanted to talk about, and this is the job I think that everybody should start with. Everybody should try, everybody should dabble in, and that's what I do right now, currently full time, and that is be your own boss. Yes, be your own boss. Job for Felons is you being your own man, your own boss. There are so many ways you can do that. If you have a skill or a trait inside of you, you can utilize that skill, find an hourly wage, and then charge people for you to do that skill for them. If you know how to cut grass, you can go cut somebody's grass for $50, and then you could probably do that yard in like an hour and a half, and you're making more per hour if you can rack up 6 or 7 yards a day. Of course, that's gonna take time building up clientele and all that, but that's with any job. Working for yourself is probably the best thing. But this is what I do personally. I'm gonna leave a link to my other channel. On this channel, I teach people actually how to make money, and I record myself on a regular basis showing people what I do. So you can go follow that right here as I talk and ramble. So you can go follow that channel if you want to. It's called Prison to Profit as well, but with the number 2, because money and profits go together. But you can become a full-time reseller. And what is that, you may ask? You walk into a store, you buy an item, you take that item, you put it online, and you sell it for more money. I do it now. It may sound crazy, but I'm telling you, it is the best thing that I've ever done in my life. Do I make the most money in the world? No. Do I make the least amount of money in the world? No. It's all about the work ethic that you have and what the grind and passion that you want to put into it. The energy that you put into this is what you're going to get out. Again, so there's so many different methods about selling online. Like, you can sell on eBay, Amazon, Etsy, Mercari, Poshmark. There are so many different avenues and platforms for you to be able to sell on. You can start your own website, sell products that way. There's just so many different ways to do this. You can do it by the old school vintage way. You can do retail arbitrage. That's when you're walking into stores, you're buying brand new items and then turning around and flipping those brand new items on Amazon. There's so many different ways to make money, and I implore you to please check out retail arbitrage or just thrifting in general for yourself. Start an eBay store, get items listed, and start selling that way. You can find items for $1 and turn that into hundreds of dollars more often than you think it's possible. I have been doing this for over a year and some change full time. I've been reselling for around 4 years now, and guys, I'm telling you, the income that you can generate from selling part-time, it's almost like a full-time income. So if you take that part-time energy and make it full-time, you can turn that into an actual full-time income. Yes, I'm telling you. So my advice, again, the perfect job for Felons, besides the ones that I just laid out, going out there being a truck driver, that's a lot of time. It's time consuming, but it's good money. Being a server, that is not much time. It can be work, but at the same time, it's a lot of money. You're making more money in an hour than the average person who goes to a 9-to-5 and grinds all the time. And you're probably putting in less hours weekly, because server jobs, let's be realistic, they have like their peak hours. So that's another method. And then reselling, guys. Like, I'm telling you, go find you a channel who's out there putting out reseller content, not just mine, and you can see there's people out there making money by walking into Goodwills and buying items for 50 cents and selling those items for $30 and $40. People are out there doing this every single day. If you think I'm lying, just Google it. Just Google it, YouTube search it, whatever. Resellers, how to make money online, buying items on eBay, whatever, however you want to Google it, look it up, just do it, please. I'm begging you. If you are a felon, guys, I know how hard it is for people to want to trust in you to work for them. So you can take that power yourself and be able to create that own energy and work for yourself. Don't get me wrong, working for yourself is hard work. It is much easier going to clock in for somebody else. But when you clock in for somebody else, you're doing just that. you're making them more money than you could be making if you just did it by yourself. I hope this video comes across somewhat sensible and hope it made some kind of sense, because I'm so passionate about the reselling aspect and really just working for yourself. As a felon, again, I guarantee you have a skill in you that you can utilize and make way more money than going to a place like McDonald's and only making $10 to $12 an hour, $9 an hour. Like, you have a skill inside of you that can generate more money than that hourly wage that somebody else says that you're worth. And reselling is one of those ways. Guys, I mean, again, I'm not the richest guy in the world, but reselling has changed my life, and I want to preach that to the world. Again, if you have any questions about this, I encourage you to go follow my other channel, Prison to Profit, and just take a look at some of the items that I go find and I put on eBay and then I have sold. I've literally found items for $10, sold it for $300. Find an item for $1, sell it for $50, $100. Like, there's so many ways to make money, and I encourage you to go find yours. So yeah, this is my version of jobs after prison. I hope somebody out there takes this advice, because I promise you, if you take this leap, you won't regret it. Even if you've never been to prison, take any of these routes and I guarantee you won't regret it, especially when it comes to this reselling thing. But again, I do let you know that it is work. Some people don't think it's work. I mean, it's not hard work, but it is work, time-consuming work. You have customer service you have to dealing with customers, and then you have to actually go find these products to sell. But that can be a part of the fun, searching for these items and seeing what they're worth and seeing all the new items that's out there every single day. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's it for this video. Yeah, go get your hustle on. And if you're a felon and you're watching this video, please leave me a comment, and just, that's what I'm trying to reach out to in this video particularly. Like, if you have a bad background, don't know what to do, needing a job, use one of these 3 or 4 tidbits of advice that I told you to do. I really want you to go the serving route or the working for yourself route, but any of them will work. Yeah, and those are like the best money makers for like people with a bad background, let's be honest. And a bonus one would be YouTube. Yeah, start making YouTube videos. Why not? You are a felon, you have stories probably. People like hearing stories. Just think about it. You clicked on this video, right? So somebody wanted to see the story. I mean, again, there's so many methods out there for you to make money. Just go find yours. So there's so many jobs out there for felons. And I know hopefully nobody tuned in this video and thought I was about to have a list of like companies like, oh, you can go work for Dunkin' Donuts. You can go work for the BMW plant. You can go work for, no, I'm in the business of making money for yourself. Any avenue that's gonna help you make money for yourself quicker, that's what I wanted to promote. So you might be saying, well, why did you talk about the CDL? Because that's an avenue where you can make a lot of money in a short period of time, and you can take that money and start working for yourself, because that's the end goal. Investing, stock markets, investing for yourself, investing in businesses, investing in other investments. Like, that's what it's all about. So you can be financially free at the end of the day, regardless of the background that they try to hold you back with, because that's what it's about, man. That's what it's really about at the end of the day. But anyways, I feel like this video's too long. Your boy's been rambling. Thank you so much for coming along on this journey. It's time for me to get out of this car anyway. I really just wanted to make this video because somebody needs to know. Somebody needs to know. Hope it helps somebody out. Anyways, it's time for me to go. Like I always say, make sure that you bless somebody today, because I promise you I'm gonna bless somebody tomorrow. But at this point in time, your boy Tay is